Hello, aspirants, and a very warm welcome to Update with Sue. It's Friday, January 16th, 2026, and boy, do we have some crucial updates for you today. Seriously, these could be the difference makers in your exams. We've got a major GDP number that you absolutely need to memorize, plus a banking award that'll give you a real edge in your interview. Ready? Let's get started.
So let's jump right in. There's a key GDP number for your exam that has just changed. Now, be honest. Do you know the new figure? Don't worry. By the end of this, you'll know it for sure. Okay, first up, the big GDP update. This is all about economy and banking. And trust me, this is a big one, so listen up. And here it is, the big number. The World Bank has officially raised India's GDP growth forecast for the financial year 2025-26. So what's the new number you need to lock in your memory? It's 7.2%. Yeah, that's right. This is a pretty significant jump, and it's mainly because of strong domestic consumption. So please, make a note of this one. Okay, now this is super important. This is what we call an exam trap, and you need to be very, very careful. The examiner will try to confuse you here. Remember, this 7.2% is the World Bank's projection for FY26. You must not, I repeat, must not confuse it with the NSO data, which was 7.4% for the previous financial year. So let me be very clear. If the question asks for the World Bank projection for FY26, the answer is 7.2%. Simple as that. Got it? All right, moving on from that critical GDP figure, our next update is all about giving you that extra edge, especially for those of you preparing for banking interviews. So check this out. Karnataka Bank has just bagged the very prestigious IBA Banking Technology Award. And what for? For Best Fintech Adoption. Now, why does this matter? Well, it's a huge deal because it really shows they're at the forefront of the whole digital transformation race. And here's a pro tip for your interview. You can use this piece of information to really impress the panel. You can say something like, it's interesting to see how regional banks like Karnataka Bank are actually leading the way in digital transformation. See? It shows you're not just reading textbooks, you're following the real industry trends. Okay, let's shift gears from banking to some key dates. Today, January 16th, is important for two reasons that pop up a lot in the National and Cultural Affairs section. First up today is National Startup Day, and listen, this year is a big one, a really big one. Why? Because it marks the 10th anniversary of the Startup India initiative, which kicked off way back in 2016. It's such a big deal that PM Modi himself is addressing over 3,000 entrepreneurs today. Now, for your exam, what's the most important thing to remember? It's the theme for this year. The theme for 2026 is district-level expansion. Basically, the whole idea is to push the startup culture beyond the big cities and into the smaller towns and districts all across India.
And that's not all for today. Today is also celebrated as Thiruvalluvar Day, mainly in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. This day honors the great Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar, who, as you might know, wrote the timeless classic, the Tirukural. This is a classic question for the culture section in SSC and state exams, so keep that name in mind.
All right, let's wrap up with our final section, the Sports and Summit Roundup, covering some key international news. So in sports news, a really big name in women's cricket is hanging up her boots. We're talking about Australia's captain, Alyssa Healy. She's just announced her retirement from international cricket right after the series with India. For the sports person in news part of your exam, you need to remember two things: the name, Alyssa Healy, and the country, Australia. And finally, on the international front, Prime Minister Modi has just inaugurated a major conference in New Delhi. It's the 28th Commonwealth Speakers Conference, also known as CSPOC. And what are they talking about? The big focus this year is on the Global South and the really important topic of sharing open source tech with developing countries. Okay, we have covered so much ground today. You've been paying attention, right? Well, it's time to put that to the test with our rapid fire quiz. Let's see if you remember the most critical number we discussed. All right, here we go. The World Bank has projected India's GDP growth for FY26 at what percent? Is it A, 7.0%, B, 7.2%, or C, 7.4%? Think carefully. Got your answer? Great. Drop it in the comments below. Don't be shy. Let's see how many of us are on the right track. And hey, if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe to Update with Sal for your daily dose of exam revision. We'll be back tomorrow. Keep studying.